What's up, Miracle Drip World? It's me, the helper. I am here to help with another Miracle Drip Tarot reading. So, don't mind my blankets. I turned on the AC and it's a little too cold. So, let's just hop right in. This is someone's placements, okay? House, sign, planet. We have Mercury, Scorpio, and 11th house, okay? So this could be your placement, or you could just be taking on this energy. But honey, I really understand what God is doing with this series that I'm doing with this pulling the energy of the person first, because this lets me know I'm calling out the people who need to help me on this divine mission that I'm on. So if you are a person who has Mercury, Scorpio in the 11th house, you might be the type of person who gets tunnel vision, focused on your task. You have an amazing vision for and a way of analyzing the world and situations because of how you get along with others in your social circle. But you may have a niche for planning things. You could be the type of person who could help plan a social or political campaign, which is what I need. I actually need someone to help me do that. But what the problem is that you have past trauma going on to where you can't even think. Like, you start thinking and then you start overthinking, and then it goes into some other place and it kind of causes you to procrastinate. And it has something to do with your past and unhealed issues and things that you need to resolve before you can actually be able to just focus. Like, we need a certain amount of mental space in order to do that. I'm going to say meditate. I'm sure you've heard it a million times, but honestly, meditation is like, it's so good. Like, our minds are so powerful, and they try to tell us we only use a certain percentage of our brain. But when you meditate, you are actually literally practicing controlling your brain. Like, that is what meditation is. It's like, okay, I'm going to focus on certain sounds. Okay, I'm not going to focus on any sounds. I'm going to focus on my breath. I'm not going to get mad at myself when I can't focus. I'm just going to keep trying, because that's also a part of it. Is in life, we can get distracted by our inability to think the way that we want to and get frustrated with ourselves. And in the process of being focused on our feelings and being frustrated, we miss the opportunity that's right in front of us. So it's important that we gain control over the dynamic of our mind. This person that I'm talking about here has enough sense to make sure that the people around them have great minds. They understand how that influences them. But it's time to clear out and make some room in your head for this next phase in your life, because if you're here, you will heal. I mean, that's what I'm all about. Confronting whatever is the problem so we can get over it. I'm the type person, I'm sure you guys have been in school, grade school, whatever, and the teachers are like, even if you don't finish your assignment, please turn it in, because a D is better than an F. A lot of kids couldn't wrap their mind around the fact that a D is better than an F. I mean, in reality, it sucks, but having an F is going to lower your percentile versus you submitting something that will help you not have a 0 and lower your average. It gets like that. Like, well, if I can't do it, it's all or nothing. Oh, well. But it's like, no, you need to do what you can do. Anyway, I want to pull some cards and find out what God is trying to tell you in regards to your mission, besides the fact that you need to heal. in order to just be a better functioning brain, because you have an amazing brain. Like the Two of Swords, that's being at a stalemate. That's not being able to make up your mind, not being able to make a decision. And then there's all this water in the background, because there's like emotions that come up when you start thinking too hard. But you need to think, because your thing is thinking. You have a great mind, so nobody's trying to stop you from thinking. We're just trying to get you to be more effective. So the world card, it's like you need to end this phase of indecision. So that's why we're here. All right, Spirit, tell us something new. Tell me something new. How can we help this beautiful, brilliant person? We already know this, Spirit. Tell us something we don't know. You have been through the fire with this, what do they call those? Salamander? With the salamander. Yeah. So with this salamander, it's telling me that you've been through the fire. We have 2 8s right here. Somebody may have walked away from you. You could have walked away from someone else. You could be having abandonment issues. You could have had someone walk away from you real slowly. And sometimes that causes people to become obsessed. The Empress. I see you trying to be, you being productive, taking care of your kids, despite this person being absent. I feel like this is something this could have been your mother and your father walked away, but you could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or Taurus, but that doesn't matter so much. What's happening here is that you needing to communicate, you needing to make an answer. Somebody's walked away. You're feeling sad. You're in your feelings. You need to get out of your feelings and into this productive energy, because you have work to do. This is a closing of a cycle. Something has ended, and it was by any means necessary. Somebody broke someone's heart with a third-party situation, and whether it's business, it doesn't have to be romantic. I've had shady business partners who double-cross me with my opponents. Like, okay, so it could be anything. But this is like not making a decision because your feelings are hurt. And this being like an attitude of, I'm going to win hell or high water. 8 of Cups again. Yeah, this is definitely about walking away and trying to go towards something that is more fulfilling. And you can, and you will. You've been through it. But once again, he's holding the salamander in this picture. He has it in his hand. He's like, I walk through the fire and I don't get burned. Like, somebody tried to comfort you, or some kind of situation was supposed to take you out, and you just show people how majestic you are. King of Cups. You could be drinking a lot and being sad and depressed about this Queen of Cups walking away. I mean, you either you walked away from this Queen of Cups or somebody, Queen of Cups walked away from you and took the kids. But this could be a same-sex relationship between two men, a water and a fire sign, and someone has walked away to go be back with their baby mama. The Eight of Cups again. So literally every Eight of Cups in this deck, I have 3 decks in my hand right here. And each one of them has come out. And this one is implying that someone sat there and enjoyed a situation knowing that they were going to walk away. So this is telling me that is your grief. And it could be something that is deep-seated. Like, I'm feeling intuitively that this is not just this person walking away from you. It is triggering like your parent walked away from you. And now this person's walking away from you. And so it just hurts. Like, it's making abandonment issues flare up and stuff. You have to understand that, okay, you don't have to understand nothing. Let me backpedal a little bit. I think it would be best if you try to find a perspective that makes it easier for you to move forward. So with that in mind, understand that I believe that I am equipped to handle any situation that I'm presented with. Even if I don't feel equipped, somehow or another, I usually am. And anything that I didn't get in life, I probably didn't freaking need it because I'm still right here being an awesome version of myself. So I think you need to understand, like, for instance, you could be raised without your father or without your mother, but you have no clue if your mom was going to be like super abusive and scarring to you in a way that could have damaged you in the long run. So it's almost better that this person wasn't in your life. And because you guys are connected through DNA, a lot of the best parts of you will show up in that person will show up in your personality without you having ever met them. So it's okay that this person didn't get a chance to get their hands on you and taint you. And you'll never know if that were the case or not, probably, but that's not for you to worry about the woulda, coulda, shouldas. God's projection is your protection. Whether it's your mom or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever, like, you have a mission to accomplish. I see travel here. I see heavy travel in here. You could be blocking. You could be blocking communication because you have a broken heart. And you could be traveling towards the Empress. Forgiveness. Okay? Forgiveness. My mom always told me, like, think about it. People who are ugly and mean to you or backstab you, they usually have like a whole narcissistic story in their head as to why it was okay to hurt you, to just do the wrong thing. They said, fuck what God said is right and wrong. We got a little clause we can wrote at the bottom of this contract that said why it was okay for us to hurt you. And it's bullshit. At the end of the day, is that you have to be in a positive energy And the thing about manifesting is that you have to be in a positive energy in order to manifest things. So even though these people backstabbed you and did some effed up stuff to you, they're still in a positive energy. So their life is not falling apart yet. Like they're still out here doing good, not doing good, but getting whatever they're trying to manifest. So their life looks like they're getting what they want. But you have to forgive them, because if you walking around carrying the weight of what they did to you and you're being grumpy or unhappy about it, you're only stopping your future manifestations to happen, because you cannot manifest from sadness. So you need to forgive them just so that you can move the fuck on. Okay? And that's one thing that researching this Mercury, Scorpio, and 11th house situation is that you guys are really open-minded, and you're ready for somebody to just blow up your whole, like, let me give you my idea, and I would love for you to expand upon it or show me how I can see this differently. And that's beautiful. So hopefully this message is effective. And look, in this picture, you see her tears are coming down her face and all the planets and the stars. It's like the tears, even the tears are cosmic and planned and like it's destined. Like I went through so much in my life and then got to a point where it was like, I started looking into my birth chart and it told me when things would change. And then when that time came in my life, things did change. So it's like a lot of this stuff is literally written in your stars. These trials and tribulations, the trials and tribulations that you go through are destined trials and tribulations. They are roadblocks put into your way so that you can gain the strength to overcome the hurdle. It's like it's an exercise that's going to give you a skill or a talent at the end. It says worthiness and receptivity. So you need to understand that you are worthy. There are so many things out there that you ask for that are waiting to find their way into your life, but you have to act and carry yourself as if you know that they belong in your life, that they are worthy of you and you are worthy of them so that you guys can be together. And when I say that, I mean like more than just you being like wishing on a star, like I wish I had this or I wish I had that, and not really feeling like, because that's just a thought, but like feeling like this suits well with me. And so I'm just gonna pull one of these cards and then I'm gonna be done. Okay, it's just some advice. Even though the advice here is to forgive, to try to see this situation from a different perspective. You are in a spiritual school here. Life is like a school that takes you through all these trials and tribulations that add things to your character and your personality, and that is who you really are. Your soul is a combination of the qualities you are, not the clothes you wear, the degrees you have. It's like, are you a good person? Are you generous? Are you gregarious? Are you jovial? Like these character words, that's what makes up your soul, okay? And the trial and tribulation that you go through helps develop that. So let's not look at everything like it's so dark and gloomy. I mean, it is dark and gloomy when it's dark, and when it rains, it pours. But always, that's the original meaning of the rainbow. And that's why it's so sad that everything is always so twisted. The rainbow is supposed to be a reminder that after trials and tribulations, there is beauty and clarity. Okay, so your advice is become braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective, okay? We have 2 cards here on perspective, and we got every 8 of cups in this situation came out. So it's time to walk away. And it's time to have enough courage to realize that you bounce back, that you are not as fragile as you think you are. You're resilient. So you can throw yourself yourself into things knowing that you will be able to overcome them. Follow your, no, I don't want to just say follow your heart. Follow your instinct. Follow your instincts. They never leave you wrong. That's the reason why humans are sinners, is because we have the choice of listening to our instincts or not. Animals are not sinners because they are completely instinctual. Children are not sinners because they're completely instinctual also. Humans have too much time to deliberate in our head whether something is right or wrong, or how we can flip something that's wrong into justifying why it's going to be right for us in this situation against these people in this time. All that shit makes for sin. Instincts will take you where you need to go. And you've been through so much, and you are stronger. You come out stronger on each hurdle you jump. So you need to start looking at these hurdles. It's like getting what they just say in my head, enjoy the journey, not be so bogged down by the weight of the trial, when you already know on the other side of it is a rainbow. So it's like, hey, bring on the trials, bitch. Bring them on, because I'm about to be like spiritually buff. Like I'm about to be out here like on all of them, fade away. So anyway, watch this again. I feel like you should watch this again. Repetition, maybe you didn't hear, I don't feel like it sunk in all the way. I need you to watch this again. But anyways, in the meantime and in between time, you do your thing and I'm gonna do mine. Stay blessed, never stress, and please, please, please don't fall for the finesse. It's mad longer than you should be. Don't finesse yourself into staying mad about something when you need to go forward and attack your goals. All right, y'all. One love, namaste, and ashe.